Well, hello again, Earthlings. This is going to end up being a mixed video of updates and a new hunt. I thought I would show everybody where I've been hunting. This is a relatively small park. It's basically just an open field, not overly large, and it has a set of swing sets and a small tot lot up there in the far corner. First time I was here, I hunted the tot lot and the swing sets, and I found literally a single penny in the tot lot, and a few pennies and dimes and a nickel or two around the swing sets, so it was surprisingly unproductive. But it's just a small field here. I've been here 3 times, I think, since the last video, and for various lame reasons forgot to bring the camera with me, and that turned out perhaps to be unfortunately a good luck charm, because in those 2 hunts I found several nice items, including 2 large scents, which I'll show pictures of at the end of this video. Over there on the opposite side of the field is where I found the first one, right behind that bench right there, and that one was from 1826. It was a matron head large scent in quite good condition, surprisingly enough. It was down about 9 inches, 8 to 9 inches thereabouts. And over here on this side of the field, in my first 2 videos, this side, all within about 6 feet of the fence here, are where I found those Mercury dimes, the Roosevelt dime, and the 2 war nickels. And this little bush-like tree is what started it all. Right in here is where I found that Indian head. I found 1 Mercury dime right about there, 1 right about here, and right over there, literally within a foot or so of the road, is where the silver Roosevelt was. I've found a bunch of wheat pennies scattered all over the place here. I found some nickels from the early 60s, obviously those silvers, and unfortunately didn't have the camera with me when I found a large cent on that side. And the second large cent, believe it or not, was a 1796 draped bust, and I found it right there at the edge of the sunlight. And that one was only down 4, maybe 5 inches. I just couldn't believe it. I'm still stoked about that. I'm still stoked about the first large cent. I just never imagined I'd be finding anything like that here. I didn't even think I'd find silver here, but I did. And I'm really going to have to head off to the Historical Society and see if I can't find out what was going on in this field. I haven't found any maps that show anything but an empty field. Obviously the aerial photos don't go back. The ones that I can find of here don't go back before '65, so they wouldn't be of any help anyway. There must have been something going on here for there to be coins that old, and anything before the 40s. I can understand if, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, this was a place where church groups would come and have picnics or things like that. I can understand the silver being here despite not thinking it would be. But a coin from the 1700s just completely blows my mind. So I'm going to have to put in some research and find out what was going on here. Anyway, got a couple hours after work today. I'm going to hunt in this area, obviously, and see if I can't find anything else good. Alright, I'll get back to you guys. Well, after about 15-20 minutes worth of hunting around, I've only had 3-4 signals, and it's all been trash. I just got an 84-85, which is the exact same signal that both of those large scents gave me. So of course I got very excited for a second, and this is certainly not a large scent. Oh well, the little handle part to an outside water spigot. That's something you don't see every day. It's kind of cool looking, but Too bad it's not another large cent. Okay, I'll get back to you. Just got the first decent target of the day. It's just a clad quarter, 1974. But quarters are good. Alright, let's see what's next. Down about 4 inches or so, I just picked up a 1983 nickel. Haven't found any nickels the last couple of times out, but again, I always dig those signals, like nickels. Alright, let's see what's next. Good afternoon again, Earthlings. Well, that last hunt was obviously less than stellar, only 3 or 4 good items. So I thought I'd come just try a different area today, just shake things up a little bit. Been to that other park a whole bunch of times in a row, so it's time to just hit someplace different just for the heck of it. It's just a small ball field behind one of the local middle schools. Not a very big place, never been here before, so I figured I'd snoop around a little bit and see if we come up with anything. Alright, I'll get back to you if we do. Well, the whole 2 swings of the coil and clad dime. About 2 inches down, 1998. I'll get back to you. Well, this is something that I'm really happy with this AT Pro in regards to. This whole area around here is just one big constant iron signal. I wear headphones obviously when I hunt, so you can't really hear it, but you swing back and forth here and it's just constant iron grunt with the iron audio on. But right smack in the middle of it, it picked out this copper penny, copper memorial. You know, it's not silver, not anything valuable, but the fact that it could just be all iron, all in through here, but you still get that signal, that real tight little good signal in between all the iron. That's great. It's one of the reasons why I bought it, and I'm glad I did, and it seems to work great. So anyway, 1980 copper memorial. Let's see what's next. Yeah, laying right on top of the surface right there, I just found a ring. It's just costume jewelry. It looks nice, but there's no markings anywhere on it. Got a golden inside with a silvery looking, double layer kind of thing. Pretty small girl's ring, or I'm assuming it's a girl's ring anyway. It's pretty small, doesn't fit on my fingers, that's for sure. But I don't believe it's real. No markings on it. Kind of nice though, laying right on top of the ground. Alright, let's see what's next. Yeah, just got a 1981 clad quarter right on the surface. Not finding much here. It's extremely trashy here. Probably the worst I've seen so far. Maybe I'll head out into the actual ball field itself, see what's going on. And just about an inch, maybe 2 under the surface. 1970D nickel. Again, I'm hunting down the third baseline now. Just got to move away from the benches and stuff because there's just way too much trash there. I wasn't picking anything out. I'll get back to you. And down about 4 inches, just got a New York State quarter. It's down there quite a bit for something that's only a few years old, but it's quarter. Quarters are heavy. Don't remember what year these were. Was it 2001 or 2000? Anyway, it's a P. New York State quarter. Another clad quarter, about 3 inches down. This one just made it fair. There's the foul line right there. And this one's all rusted up too, just like that New York quarter was, but quite a bit older, 1981. Don't see a mint mark on it. Alright, I'll get back to you. Yeah, I've got about 3 or 4 memorials, late 70s, early 80s, down a good between 6 and 8 inches. And about 6 inches or so, this time it was a dime. Read about the same though, 82, 83, right in there, 1987. So there's been some deep pennies out here. I think if there is or was silver here, it may be way down there, but it's worth a try. There's been a good amount of coins out here in the outfield, so we'll keep trying. And then down maybe 3 inches or so, 1978 D quarter. I think that's $1 in quarters now. I've been here about 40 minutes-ish, I guess. So that ain't too bad. Alright, let's see what's next. Yeah, there's another quarter. It's about 2 inches down. 1989 D. I was just starting to think to myself, gee, I haven't found a quarter in a while. It's starting to get dark, not too much longer to hunt. And the mosquitoes are starting to come out, and they've got some seriously murderous intent this year. They've been really bad. So, just a little bit longer. I'm hunting up around the back of the field now. I'm pretty much just trying to make a circle around, one foul line to the other kind of thing. And it looks like this field's worth going over. I did find that ring. It was junk, but there's potential for jewelry out here. It is a middle school, so lots of kids out here playing, and people walking their dogs, playing frisbee, that kind of thing. So, finding quarters. It's all been clad so far. No wheat pennies. A lot of deep memorial pennies. It's been a little annoying, but that's the way it is. And some quarters and dimes. So the field's worth checking out. I'm going to give it a little bit longer, and then it'll get dark, and I'll get out of here. All right. Okay, well, here are the totals for what actually turns out to be 3 separate hunts of give or take 2 hours each at that ball field. I didn't bring the camera with me the other 2 days. Wasn't expecting anything good. And as it turns out, that was a good thing anyway, because both days I had people hanging out asking questions, so I probably wouldn't have filmed much anyway. I ended up getting 2 of these nice King George VI Canadian pennies, 1940 and a 44. I also found one of the Centennial pennies from 1967. That's the one with the rock dove on the back. I got one of the 1992 125th anniversary nickels with the beaver on the back. That ring I showed you in the video. And a couple of wheat pennies, a 41 and a 45. That's an encouraging sign. If there's wheat pennies out there, there's a possibility of silver. I got 18 good copper pennies from 1960, up through a couple more 75s, up through 1981, 3 1981s, and I got just 3 stink pennies, 91, 95, and an 08. Not in bad condition, considering. I got 15 nickels from a 1953. That's a nice old nickel there. Managed to get a 70S. It's only the 2nd coin I've ever found with an S mint mark. And up through the 80s, up to 2005. One of those oddball ones with Jefferson facing off to the right. I got 21 dimes, starting with a 67 and going all the way up to 2005, and I managed to get 23 quarters, which is nice. That's a nice quarter total there. 67 all the way up through 2006, including a good number of the state quarters, which I'd like to find. All the way up to 2006 Colorado. And I got this little set of keys here. I know in my first video I said I don't find all that many keys, and I hadn't been finding very many, and of course after I say that, now I'm starting to find them much more frequently. So for about 6 hours total hunting time, give or take, that's $8.91, with a couple of good Canadian coins, old Canadian coins, and a couple of wheats thrown in. Alright, so that's it for this video. I think I'll do an update video as a separate video, just to bring everybody up to speed on the decent stuff that I've found so far this year. Alright, till next time, this is Plug Martian signing off. Good luck with your next hunts, and remember, hunt happy.